and find out where things and how things went wrong and how we can get it back, because it can be restored. It can be restored. So everywhere you are, God bless you. Thank you for joining us today. We are just going to talk about the Igbo people in Nigeria, what is happening in our homeland, and what we have to do, some of us that are in the diaspora, and how we can help our people. I will talk about the problem and what happened and how we can get it right. You know, it's going to be, maybe I'll do another part to go to elaborate on what I'm saying. So, the Igbo man is known for Onyaga na Nwanne, which is no family, no brother, no sister, nobody shall be left behind. So, Ndi Igbo neba, I want you to confirm if what I'm saying is right. I'm saying my heart and my mind, the way it is in my heart, that we cannot even do business together as brothers and sisters. We cannot just come together as Igbo people. There's a lot of pain and there's a lot of anger in the spirit when you bring your brother into something that you are doing and they say, please, I have food here, can we eat together? The next thing is they want to carry the pot of food and just leave. And we have gone this route for a while. So as a person that has deep root in the Igbo and my foundation as being born as an Igbo man, I wanted to find out where did we go wrong. And I discovered that before now it was not so. The Igbo man has a spirit called Igwebuike that has always binded us together. We always know how to come together. That, like an Igbo man will say, that when there is something that needs to be done, as Igbo, we come together and get it done. It doesn't matter what it is. We have never shied away from responsibility, from problems, from challenges. We have always been at the forefront of everything. Anything that we go right, when Igbo person is involved, it must be right. So I'm not here to like bash any other tribe, but I'm talking as an Igbo man because we know who we are. But what happened? Why is it that Iko Tuonye is the order of the day? Igwebuike, Igbo people are known for Onyaga na Nwanne, the spirit of Igwebuike. We always collaborate. We always understand each other. I have been in business in Nigeria. When I was growing up, my father was in business. When you come to the shop of an Igbo man, as an Igbo man, just you look at him, you don't have to say anything. Like in the hotel here, you want to sell somebody's goods, but you don't have an agreement with them, pre-arrangement. You can just walk into any shop and make sales, and you come back, they will give you your cut. It is a code that is not written down anywhere. It's a spirit. We know how to achieve something. If the community wants to do anything, it doesn't matter. Once they come together, it must be done. But how did we lose that? That's where I'm going now. The problem is that we don't know the effect of the war. The civil war that our parents fought from 1967 to 1970. And every time we talk about the story of the war, everybody says, shut up, it's gone, it's okay, we cannot. And we that are Igbos, we tend to say, okay, forget about it, we are not in the war anymore. But every nation, I want you to go and Google this and check it out. Every person, every people that have fought war, it takes a lot of rehabilitation. Even the people that never saw the war, the scars of the war. In America here where we are, African Americans are still dealing with the effect of slavery. Many of them never saw slavery. Slavery has ended many years ago. But why are we still talking about it? Because there are scars and effects and debris and things that were left behind that have not been corrected. And that is what I'm saying. The war that was fought, the Biafran War, it affected the psychology and the foundation of the fabrics of the Igbo people. That an Igbo man will see another Igbo man as a threat now. We have greedy people, we have saboteurs before. There has always been bad people in any community. But the majority of the Igbo race and the Igbo people, we have the comrade spirit. They coming together. the Onyaga na Nwanne, the Igwebuike. But now, if you have a business, you have a job, you have a project, you have something that is coming up, and you know what it is, and you tell your brother, say, hey, there's meat here, there's food, there's something. What happens? Cutthroat begins, backstabbing, trashing, trash talking. Even people you help. I have seen it as a pastor. We minister to a lot of people, including Igbo, but we get supported by other people than the Igbo people. Why? Because that is equal to the Igbo man now believes in himself more than any other person. We are richer now. Pre-war, the Igbo people were just one group of people doing everything together, growing together, and we built an economy that threatened the world. But today, what is happening? We are richer as a people now than pre the war. But what happened? We have destroyed our fabrics. What is that trait of Igbo is going away. Young men believe in money is becoming the god of an Igbo man. We love to make money, but it must be genuine. It must be in the right way. People don't care killing their father, their mother, their brother, their sister, their community, just to be able to be the one that everybody celebrates. So where is the spirit of Igwebuike? Where is the spirit of Igwebuike? How did we get to this place where death has no meaning anymore? Before, when you kill somebody, the blood will chase you around. You cannot escape it. Nobody might have seen you when you do it, but the land, the land is always sacred. There is always a force that will haunt you and catch you and deal with you if you have done any heinous crime. But today, the order of the day is let us do it by ourselves. Me and me and me and me alone. And it is all the effect of the war. It is the effect of the war. We have to sit down and do what we call reorientation of our people. When an Igbo man before, pre-1967 or pre-independent, let's just go backward as far as back as you can go. When we find a place, find gold, find diamond, find a prospect of any kind of success anywhere, the people will go get their family members. The first people you get is your family members, brothers and sisters. We know many businesses that are attributed to a particular people. Like if you look at the Nnewi people in those days, because of Chief Louis Ojuku, he was in transportation and pass and business, and all Nnewi people that went into that. Today we know Nnewi for that because everybody went in one direction. We know the people of Agolo. They were good in bread and anything that has to do with flour, baking. Everybody went. That doesn't mean that there are not other people that do other businesses in Agolo. The same thing with other towns, electronics, the people of Oba. You know, we know different towns for different things. People from Okozo, they went to Cameroon. They almost owned Cameroon at the time because the first people that discovered Cameroon carried the whole village there. Before, an Igbo man, we used to have what we call Igbo boy or Igbo Odibo. Everybody will have to go through somebody. Nobody becomes anything without passing through that apprenticeship culture. That is venture capital. Today, as we know it, those of us that live in America and some of us that study business, you understand that Igbo people were doing venture capital is the order of the day. That you serve somebody 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years, as the case might be, and the person will start a business for you and give you money to establish. And in the time of your serving, you are knowing how to know customers, how to know where to buy the goods, how to know how to get the goods, how to know how to raise money, everything. Bank contacts will be given to you, customers will be given to you. Well, how did we lose it? Yeah. How did we lose that? How did we lose all these things that kept us together and united? If somebody is known for evil, once it's said around and people know about it, everybody deserts from you. It's a code. People will know that, okay, this is an evil man or evil family. Everybody stay away from you. Today, our girls are all over the world in prostitution. We have become more successful than anybody. The wealth in the in the Igbo race or Igbo tribe, I don't think there's any tribe or any group of people in the world that have that level of resources. But what happened? It is scattered everywhere. It is one man for himself. And once you rise, everybody is trying to bring you down. There's a lot of backbiting. There's a lot of agony. These are still all the traits of the Biafra war. We have to go back to the root. Some of us think that, okay, there are groups that say, okay, let's have our own country, and it will not solve it. It will even get worse. We have to go in first and begin to reconstruct the mindset. A lot of people that are now, people that are born after 1970, never saw war, but their parents gave birth to them with the blood and the pain of the war. So those pain were transferred. A lot of people lost everything after the war. My father and his brothers were in Jos. So when the war ended, they came back to the east. My father lost his elder brother. People went to fishing. Some people went to start doing apprenticeship. Some people went into construction. People went into different directions. And in 9 years, from 1970 to 1979, the Igbo people have recovered financially. But what they did not recover is the emotional scars that the war brought to us. And if you go to the 80s and the 90s, we were still trying to bring back those old things. People were still serving, going to do apprenticeship. Girls that couldn't go to school or for whatever reason was able to go and learn some kind of handwork. People were learning how to fry, bake. People were learning how to make hair. People were learning how to cook. Restaurants were sprung out. These are the things that build us up. Then the people that had the opportunity to go to school were going to school, graduating, coming back, and becoming useful to the community. But today, what happened? The 80s went by, 90s went by. Criminality became the order of the day. When the 419ers came out and people started carrying money back, it was first Ndogwego, people that were told that when you do Okite and you put some kind of things in it, you make money. It didn't work. If it has worked, everybody could have been doing it. We saw a better part. Now the thing is that Christianity is nothing. Everybody's bashing civilization, Western civilization. Let's go back to the time of our ancestors. But we forgot what kept them together. The spirit of Igwebuike, the Igbo spirit of Igwebuike, is what is missing in the equation. That when you want to do something and you tell your brother as an Igbo man or Igbo woman or whoever it is, and say, let's come and do this, they will connive with other people to kick you out. And end of the day, the thing will not be done. Maybe one person will emerge as a leader or emerge as something that they were not before. But end of the day, they have destroyed that relationship. What kept us in this nation and everywhere we have been in the world was that spirit of Igwebuike. Might is power. That spirit of Igwebuike. What is Igwebuike? The word Igwebuike means strength in number. Might is power. It is made up of the word of the number of our ability, capacity. That's how we did venture capital for years, and we were able to expand different trades in all over the world. When I'm talking about, if you have traveled, as I've traveled a lot, I've been in Africa, many countries, I don't have to name them. Europe, I've been to Asia, I've been to all these places. I'm in America now. There is no way you go and see the ability and the capacity of an Igbo man. But why is it that it is not coming together? The synergy to harness that ability and the might and the capacity that we have is not producing results. There is no way we can have this level of resources, this level of capacity, both in every industry, whether it is in the religious place, we have people in the top there. If you go into the education, we are top of the top. If you come here in America, in the medical field, we are in everywhere. Financial industry. Why can't we come together? I have never seen a people that have so much and have nothing. And it was all the cause of the Biafra war. If you disagree with me, I want to see your proof. Mine is that after the war, people lost everything. Everybody vended for themselves. It became a one-man race. Instead of group now, it became equal to any. Everybody was running for himself. Everybody wanted to be above everybody by himself. So we lost it. Before the war, it was Igwebuike, Onyaga, and one near. Anywhere you see anything good, you bring your brother, you bring your sister, you bring somebody. We come together. That comrade spirit, we begin to walk, harness, and begin to succeed. We built a lot of things. People are talking about the era of the premier of the Eastern region, Michael Okpara, what he was able to do with little resources from palm oil. When there was no crude oil, he was able to build an economy that threatened the world because we came together. That unity of purpose. The Bible said something in the book of Genesis. Those of you that are Christians will understand in Genesis 11 when God was talking to a people, and the Bible said the people came together and they said, let us build a tower that will reach to the heavens. And they began to build. And while they were building, the Bible said God came down to see what man was doing. And for the first time in the whole of this Bible, if you read it from Genesis to Revelation, you will see that what made up who God is was shaped by the unity of purpose of men. The Bible said this man in verse 1, and the whole world was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Sinai, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, go, let us make brick, and burn it thoroughly. And they had bricks for stone, and slings they had for mortar. And they said, go, let us build a city and a tower, whose top will reach unto the heavens, and let us make a name, and lest we scatter abroad upon the faces of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And verse 6, and the Lord said, behold, the people are one. That is the thing. The people are one, and they had all one language. And this they had begun to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them. Nothing will be impossible from them, which they had imagined to do. Go, let us go down, and they confound their language, and they may not understand one another. And the Bible said in verse 8, and so the Lord scattered them abroad. That is what has happened to us. The war has scattered the spirit of Igwebuike, the spirit of the comrade of Onyaga and Nwanneya. The war was one of the things that destroyed the fabrics of an Igbo man. And I'm going to come back. I'm just going to leave it here. We are going to come back for part 2. How do we recover what we have lost? How do we recover everything that was lost? How do we get it back? How do we get back the things that the devil has taken away from us? How can the people have so much and have nothing? How can the people be so endowed, so rich in everything and still have less? How can the people be so advanced, so smart in everything, from science to everything, and still lack everything? Sometimes I look at my people and I cry. I say, God, where did we go wrong? The Bible says, if my people that are called by my name shall humble themselves and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, I will hear from heaven, I will come down, I will heal their land. It is time for us to go back. I'm not even talking about the killing that is ravaging our youth, the drug addiction, the idol worshipping. These are all the effects of the war. We have deviated, we have separated ourselves from Igwebuike to Ike Otuonye. If you want to go fast, go alone. But let me tell you, if you want to go far in life, you have to go in a group. You have to go together. You have to work with somebody. That's the only way we can sustain what we have. That's the way it can be passed down. That apprenticeship of Igbo boy, me Igbo Dibo, me Potandi Ndirekunwa. If you bring somebody, even if you are a family member, to add them to your business, the next thing is that they will want to kill you. If they don't kill you, they'll bring you down. They will destroy you. Time will not allow me to give testimonies of my testimony. I'm not talking about somebody, because I have been around. I've been in business. I have been in ministry. I have been in different industries. I've been to school also, and I've seen what we can do and what we have the ability to destroy. We have to get back to Igwebuike. We have to get back to Onyaga na Nwanne. The Igbo spirit of Igwebuike has to come back, because we are a people that are endowed with great wisdom. What is wisdom? Abia. And what is Dibia? Which is a master. A D is a master in Igbo language. That's why we say Dibia is the master of wisdom. We have to get back to wisdom so that we can be able to harness and synergize all the things that God has blessed us with. We are the most blessed, but we have nothing. That's something I don't understand, but God will explain it to us. By the time we come back, by the grace of God, next week, we are going to continue with the spirit of Igwebuike part 2, and we will be able to provide solutions. If you disagree with anything I say there, you can bring your point. I want us to have a